Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us. Today, we are going to dive into metabolic health, which is a topic that we all need to learn about and focus on improving for ourselves. And we're going to go over a lot of things with you today. And my name is Pam Cohen. I live outside of Kansas City, Missouri, and myself and three of the leaders on my team are going to present to you today. We're each going to present different portions. I'll let them introduce themselves really quickly. Karen.
Hey guys, I'm Karen Jansen. I'm in Austin, Texas.
Sarah.
Hi, I'm Sarah and I'm in Houston, Texas.
Hey, I'm Emily Polonis and I'm in Savannah, Georgia.
Cool. So we're going to get started here. And what we're talking about today is how to live your most powerful life and have optimal health and vitality at every age. So our goals for today is to help you start thinking about, does your metabolism control you or do you control your metabolism? Why do we need a metabolic health awakening in this country? And give you some stats on that and a deeper understanding. And then talk a little bit about the relationship between health span, biological aging, and metabolic health. And then we'll close out talking about some tools to slow biological aging and put more life into your years, and tell you what we are doing as a team to offer you. And we are inviting you to join us in up-leveling your metabolic health later this month. So, do you want to live younger, longer, and look and feel even better? I think we can probably all answer yes to that question. And we're here to tell you that it is absolutely possible. So we are going to help you with multiple areas of that to help you bring more of that into your life. So think about what's preventing you from living your most powerful life. What do you maybe have some struggles with in your health? Is it your energy levels? Is it weight management? Maybe it's mood support. Maybe you have a hard time sleeping. That's a huge one for a lot of people. And sometimes people have it in their minds that as they age, that's a natural part of aging. And it's not a natural part of aging. And there is something we can do about it. So we're going to talk about solutions with you. And do you need maybe some help with mental focus and clarity and managing stress levels? Because all of that goes into feeling and looking your best. And so we're going to talk about how to manage those stress levels and what's getting in your way with having a good solid exercise routine, and how can you just start to move the needle forward in a positive way in very small ways. But we're going to help you do that and get better sleep, fill in nutrient deficiencies, and reduce exposure to toxins. So I want you to also think about, what is it really costing you on a physical, emotional, mental, and social, like relationship aspect. I think of things like being the best mom I can be. And if I'm going to be the best mom I can be, I want to show up for my kids and have lots of energy, be able to get on the floor with them and play, be able to run around and really be in a good mood all the time, and help be patient, be more a patient mom. So that's, for me personally, the things I think about when it comes to relationships and feeling best and giving my best of me. So it starts with us first, and wellness starts at a cellular level. And if you're familiar with this at all in dōTERRA, we talk a lot about the wellness pyramid, because there's not just one thing that you need to, get right as far as your wellness goes. There's multiple aspects to it. And today we're going to talk about the two foundational things in the wellness pyramid, which are nutrition and digestion, and movement and metabolism. If you can get those things yourself functioning at a higher, more optimal level, you're going to feel so much better. So what is metabolic health anyway? Sometimes we have an idea of what that is, but let's just dive into like sort of the problem first. There was a big research study done that revealed only 6.8% of the US adult population has optimal cardiometabolic health. So what does that mean? That means over 93% of Americans need help and support in this area. So what were they looking at? They were looking at 55,000 people in 5 areas of their health: their blood pressure, their blood sugar, blood cholesterol, adiposity, and I never say that word right, excuse me, but basically weight management, and presence or absence of cardiovascular disease. So it's pretty crazy that 93% of us need help in at least one or more of those areas. The head researcher for this, it was out of Tufts University. She even said that these numbers are striking, and these conditions that people are experiencing are largely preventable and through lifestyle management. So that is why we're here today talking with you, because we want to help people with that specifically. So there's 5 pillars of metabolic health we're going to focus on. Just to recap: healthy eating, daily movement, healthy connections, stress management, and smart supplementation. And I want you guys also to think about the fact that metabolic health and biological age are inseparable. So we have a really cool video we can share with you and send to you separately if you haven't seen it yet, that explains this chart better. But basically what you're looking at here is the chart showing lifespan, like how long we actually live, compared to our health span, meaning are those years filled with vitality? Are we able to run or walk every day or do the activities we really enjoy doing? Or are we just extending our lifespan, but not actually able to live life to the fullest in those years that we are living longer? Because as a society, we are living longer than we used to. But I think we all know people who are older and towards the end of their years, that they're not spending those years doing what they love doing because they have physical, emotional limitations into what they're capable of doing. So what we're doing here with this is trying to close that gap between your lifespan and your health span so that you can feel good every day and live vibrantly every single day. So a little bit about the lifespan health span gap. So the hallmarks of aging actually begin to appear at age 25 for most people, because NAD plus steadily drops. And this is a molecule that's critical to metabolic function and DNA integrity. So it starts to drop naturally on its own unless we give it some tools to help support that production in the body. And if we do that, then we can actually reverse our biological age. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So some of the obstacles to having optimal metabolic health or maturing fat cells. So basically, when people lose weight, for example, and we'll dive into this a little bit more, they may reduce the size of the fat cells. The fat cells are still there, but they shrink, okay? But we still have them. So some of these things we're going to talk to you about today help with that, basically. And then we're looking at blood sugar spikes. We'll talk about that, cellular integrity, and inferior supplements. We'll dive into all of that. And Karen's going to talk to us now about the nutrition piece of overall health, because that, again, is really foundational for all of us.
So you guys might remember when Pam showed the wellness pyramid that doTERRA has designed, nutrition and food is at the very bottom. doTERRA has a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful product called Lifelong Vitality. Pam, if you can go to the next slide. Oh, that fills the nutrition gaps. This is a great one. So you may have heard, have you ever heard apple that we would have purchased 50 years ago actually has like 100th of the nutrients that an apple that we purchase today does? Well, there was an article in the New York Times that actually clarified the day we started farming and not just foraging our fruits and vegetables in the wild was the day we began to miss out on very, very vital phytonutrients. So wild apples contain 100 times more phytonutrients than the store-bought ones. So what does that mean for us? That means that no matter how well we eat, how clean we eat, how much of a rainbow is on our plate, our bodies are still missing very key nutrition. So nutrient deficiencies are estimated to be 95% for vitamin D, 94% for vitamin E. Take a look at those and think about how you eat and how you might stack up to those averages. So what has been shown time and time again, and actually I am a I'm a living, walking testimonial to this. Our body has an amazing capacity to thrive when you give it what it needs. I have seen this firsthand, missing just certain nutrients, micronutrients, and also having kind of toxic loads, and what can happen when you fix those deficiencies in your body. So let's talk about some solutions. I mentioned already lifelong vitality, and Pam talked about metabolic health. So we've got two different product systems that dōTERRA is offering. One is new, one has been around. On the nutrition and digestion front, the product line that has been around and is actually dōTERRA's #1 top selling item is lifelong vitality. I actually have mine here right in front of me. These are supplements that both my husband and I take every day. He struggled for a long time with joint inflammation and joint pain. At one point, his prescription wasn't being covered by insurance, so he didn't fill it, and begrudgingly finally took me up on these supplements. And they worked so well, he has never had to go back and fill that prescription. So when I run out of these now, he gets mad and says, "That's my medicine. Please make sure I have it at all times." Let me tell you what these are. There are 3 different supplements that's part of this product line called Lifelong Vitality. The first is Alpha CRS, stands for Cellular Renewal System. It's antioxidants for cellular energy and longevity. And then it's omegas with essential oils. It's 369 fatty acids and 9 essential oils in here. And then it's a micronutrient vitamin complex. So that is Microplex VMZ, all whole food based, really, really wonderful. Let me tell you a little bit more about each one. And before I go into each one, taken together, they are designed like perfectly to work together, where the ingredients in one help with bioavailability of the ingredients in another. So they're really meant to take together. You can take them separately, but when taken together, this is a list of the clinically supported benefits. So it's really helping every single system in our bodies and really improving quality of life for many of us. Actually, when MetaPWR came out, the product line that we'll talk about next, I thought to myself, I don't feel like I need that because lifelong vitality helps me so much, but I'm in the process of seeing how I can actually up level even more with MetaPWR. So let's talk about price and comparison if you were to try to get all of this through food. So Lifelong Vitality is $80. It's a month's supply. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee. That's how great they are. If you don't notice any change in focus, mental clarity, digestion, energy, sleep, any of those, you call dōTERRA and they give you your money back. But if you were to try to buy food to be the equivalent in terms of benefits and ingredients, you'd spend around $1,300 at grocery store. So you can see there on the chart on the left, all of the different types of food that you would have to buy. And that's in part because the nutrient value in our food is so low these days. So it's pretty impressive. When you look at these, the levels are not always as high as if you take like a vitamin D by itself, an isolated vitamin, for instance. But that's because they're formulated to be extra bioavailable, and so you actually don't need as much as what you would be buying in some other forms, especially if they're like synthetic. You just don't need as much. So let's talk about what's in each of these. Alpha CRS, the Cellular Renewal System, has a long list of herbs. And if you have been into herbs before and you understand, you will see things like milk thistle, turmeric, grapeseed, sesame seed, pine bark, which have a plethora of benefits. Boswellia is a frankincense resin. Resveratrol, we all know from like red wine, green tea leaf, pomegranate. Pam, go to the next slide if you could. Benefits of those ingredients in the Alpha CRS include healthy cellular function, cellular energy, because they support healthy mitochondria, cellular immune function, and then all of that is translating into mental clarity and brain function. I really feel like Alpha CRS is the big differentiator in this trio of supplements compared to other products that are out there. The E Omega is the next one. It's essential oils omegas. I won't go through all of these, but take a quick look at the plant magic that is in there. including those on the left, the carotenoids, the lycopene, lutein, astaxanthin. Look those up if you don't know about them. They are powerhouses and very, very important to body function. So just a few omega benefits. This is more than just the fatty acids, but they're going to support all things heart, circulatory health, immune system, brain, eyes, nervous system. Astaxanthin is great for circulatory benefits. So this is another great one. I actually think this is the one that's helping my husband the most with his joint health. He takes them in tandem. So then the last one is the Microplex VMZ, and those are just some of the vitamins and minerals that are included, and these are whole food based, so there's no synthetics. If you go to the next one, Pam, thanks. So then there's 22 essential vitamins and minerals. Just as an example of what can happen to us if we're missing one, there is a functional medicine practitioner here in Austin, and she set up her entire practice, and she just determined her whole career based on an experience she had when she was missing one vitamin. I think it was E. She was almost in a wheelchair, and it was all because of one micronutrient deficiency. So that I always think about when I look at this really, really powerful multivitamin. So that is Lifelong Vitality. We'll get into MetaPWR now, but we wanted to walk through Lifelong Vitality. Even though it's been around a while, this is really the foundation if you think of that pyramid with nutrition and digestion at the bottom. MetaPWR is going to really be maximized when your cells are fully functional and really operating to their best. And that's why Lifelong Vitality is being paired with MetaPWR. So I will transition it here.
Okay, so we're going to learn about what MetaPWR is, and there's a few things that go with this system. So we're going to give you a little bit of information, first how it works, and then kind of some of the supplements and what goes. So what is MetaPWR? So MetaPWR is for your metabolic health, and then PWR is for your personal wellness realized. There's back to those 5 pillars of health. We have, healthy eating, daily movement, healthy connection, stress, and all those things. So the first thing is the maturing fat cells. This is one of the things that we are seeing in our metabolic health that are really coming to an understanding of what these fat cells are doing and how our body's processing. So slowing signs of biological aging and closing the gap between lifespan and health span is really what this product is trying to do. So we're trying to help these fat cells really mature properly and give them the right stuff. So when you reach adulthood, just like Pam said, right around the age of 25 is when you start seeing this maturing of these fat cells. And that's pretty much what you're going to have for the rest of your lifespan. And so what we're going to see is when you lose weight, you're not losing fat cells. You're actually just losing the plump. You see these 3 slides right here, the plumpness, the fullness of these fat cells. And what happens is as you lose weight, you are burning that fatty acid that's stored in these fat cells. But if you're not giving the right nutrition and fueling these fat cells the way that they're supposed to be as you move through and move and transition to a healthy lifestyle, you're going to see these cells just kind of take time longer to move and to get through. That's why you see a lot of people, like, as we get older, it's so much harder to lose weight, right? Well, that's because we're really not hitting at that cellular level. We're not hitting those proper nutrition. We're not hitting the proper movement, or even here at that cellular base. 5 to 10, I'm going to go into this metabolic, the blend, but 5 to 10% of your cells as you get to that adult age, they will die. So the process and the thought behind this product is if we can keep those cells that we have healthy and keep them smaller in that thinner, slimmer phase, then we can have these newer cells regrow each year and optimally get to that optimal health for us in the end. So the metabolic blend is here to curb your appetite. It's to help you in between meals, as if you sat down, you had breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you know that you're eating these whole meals, but then you have this kind of sugar spike and you're trying to figure out what's going on. I'm still hungry. This blend is to help you curb that appetite and keep your blood glucose level in that same range. So you're not having, I'm full, have the proper nutrition, eating again, filling those fat cells with more food those fatty acids, plumping those fat cells up. So this is trying to help you curb that appetite. It has grapefruit, lemon, peppermint, ginger, and cinnamon bark in it. And for you guys who know out there and are very familiar with health, all of these are out there in diets to help you curb appetite. They're just natural suppressants. So what better way to have them so pure in this form? They have them in the oil, the beadlets, gum, or the gel capsules. So I love how they give you different options for the people who have a, fast life pace, or they want somebody who just loves the oils, put them in their oil. So that's a really cool thing. So another metabolic health obstacle is the blood sugar spikes. So coming from the medical field, I used to love to give this analogy. And so I loved when dōTERRA shared this with us at conference. Our body is like a car. Karen, you can go to, Pam, you go to the next slide. Oh, it's not there. Sorry. So our body is like a car. And so I love to share with people, if you are not giving your body the proper nutrition and you're not giving your body the proper movement or nutrients, just like you're not giving your car the right gas, things are going to start to sputter. Things are not going to be and move the right way. So what these products, what they're trying to do is they're trying to help you limit those sugar spikes throughout the day, which can cause so many things over time permanently to your body. That's why we're seeing type 2 diabetes so much bigger, is because this is kind of one of those things. If we continue to have that sugar spike, then your pancreas just doesn't know when to produce the right stuff. So we're seeing some things. And again, MetaPWR is definitely going to help us curb those appetites, limit those sugar spikes. And so that moves to the assist. And this pill can be taken before your largest meal of the day. That can be breakfast, it can be lunch, it can be dinner, about 30 minutes before. If you don't take it about 30 minutes before, that's fine. You can take it with it. What this is going to do, it has the mulberry leaf extract, which helps you metabolize what you eat slower. So what does that mean? When you eat, your brain tells you that you're full. You then go into the process of digesting your food. Everything is moving. Well, if you're only processing the certain foods, your body only recognizes certain things to process. It's the other stuff it's going to kind of store it as fat. If we slow our bodies down and to that processing of our food, then it's able to recognize, it's able to kind of sort things and where it needs to go, giving you the ability to decrease those hunger spikes and the sugar spikes from eating, and that kind of repetition cycle.
I just want to plug a personal testimony to this specific product, because
Yeah.
I've noticed significant difference in taking it for about 2 weeks now, 2.5, that when I take it with my breakfast or my lunch, I just notice that I go longer between eating again, and I don't even get hungry again until like 5 hours, sometimes even 6 hours. I realize I haven't even eaten again. So there's no urge for me to snack, and I don't get that energy lull, that people often have in the afternoon when you kind of want to take a nap. It's because your blood sugar spikes and then it's crashing. That's why you're feeling that. So this product helps you to metabolize your proteins, your carbs, and then you don't get that crash and I'm noticing that in my personal energy levels. So I just wanted to share that. I'll let you keep going.
I want to share one thing too, if I can. I was fascinated to learn that it's those glucose spikes that age us. And so it's almost like with the car analogy, you put we eat something, your blood sugar increases for some people more than others. And then that's when you put your foot in the gas, and then you take it off and put your foot in the brake, take it off, put your foot in the gas. And so that over time, it's like a roller coaster, and that's really what's aging us. Fascinating. And so this is leveling it all out.
Sorry, guys, I couldn't unmute. Yes, and I agree with all of this. And this is what they've produced this product to help us get to that point. And again, as a medical practitioner coming from that field, to have this and have it out there, it's just amazing. So now we're moving on to the cellular integrity, and that is going to be talking about the MetaPWR advantage. So I'll pass it over.
So the MetaPWR advantage is going to be, this is probably the one I'm most excited about. It's a collagen powder sachet that's going to promote healthy biological aging, health span, lean muscle, connective tissue, cognitive function. I've been taking collagen for years now. I drink it in my coffee, and we'll talk about how to use this one. It's not meant to be in a warm beverage, but that's how I take my collagen every morning. And I've been always like grappling with what's the best quality of collagen to take and trying different brands. So I'm really excited now. I don't have to deal with that, and I can go straight to the source here. But this is really going to be important for raising that NAD plus level in the body that Pam talked about, that molecule that's critical for the metabolic function and DNA integrity. And this really matters to our longevity because it gives our cells what they need to combat cellular deterioration. Almost couldn't get that word out. And that result is going to be a slower reverse biological aging, which is going to result into firmer, more elastic skin, improved cognitive function, and more lean muscle and connective tissue. So our young cells have neat, tight bundles of DNA, and older cells lose their identity. That's going to break down the DNA, which is known as exposure. And that exposure then breaks and frays the edges. That's what aging is. So keep this in mind. There's an important messenger protein called I don't know if I say it right, sirtuin, that are basically longevity genes that communicate with your DNA and support the DNA integrity. And when your lifestyle choices and your emotional responses compromise your metabolic health, your NAD production goes down. Then the sirtuins are dependent on the NAD, and they're similarly diminished when those NAD levels drop. So your cells need to do two functions. They need to replicate and communicate, and that metabolic oxidation occurs in the presence of the internal emotional stressors. So managing our stress levels is a pillar of metabolic health, remember, and this is why we've got to work on staying in that relaxed state, calming. Mindfulness practices definitely needed. We also have to look at the external incoming factors, our food and our traumas that are causing cellular errors and metabolic errors in your DNA. So that's exposure and the precursor for hastened aging on the cellular level and disease. So that's how Advantage is going to help at the cellular level. And for anyone interested in chemistry, it contains NMN, which is a compound called nicotinamide mononucleotide, a molecule that naturally occurs in all life forms. And at the molecular level, it's a ribonucleotide, which is a structural unit at the nucleic acid of the nucleic acid RNA. Structurally, this molecule is composed of the nicotinamide group, ribose and phosphate group. So I know it's a lot of chemistry, but some may be interested in that. NMN is the direct precursor of the essential molecule nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, NAD plus, that we've been talking about, and is considered the key component to increase the NAD plus levels in the cells. So with more of that NMN, you're enhancing the function of all the energy centers in the cell. And that MNN fuels the sirtuins, which are those messenger proteins that are dependent on the NAD. So you see how everything is kind of connected here. So specifically, raising that NAD is going to help remove the acetyl group off of the histone tail in your DNA. And then that winds the tail up super tightly. That protects your DNA from exposure, from failure. So in this collagen, you're going to see 12 times more bioavailable collagen than the bovine collagen that you may see on the shelves. That means your body can absorb it. There's 9 unique types of collagen that it's all marine sourced. It's the most abundant protein in the body and performs important roles across the 28 different types. So the marine collagen, you can see here all the different peptide types. This is really, like, I've read a lot of collagen labels, and this is really cool to see how they've comprised and sourced this to bring all of these functions, this functional support together. So the cold water marine fish has been hydrolyzed, so pre-digested. That's really important by the endo and exonuclease enzymes known as proteases. I don't know if I say that right, but these enzymes create small tripeptide fragments of 3 amino acid sequences for optimal absorption. Other collagens in the market, whether they're from land animals or marine, are typically, they contain tryptophan tripeptide content of 15 to 35%. So MetaPWR is going to contain more than 70% of this tripeptide fragments for the superior absorption. So that comes down to the 12 times more bioavailable. You're going to get all of these beautiful synergistic ingredients. So you can see it's more than just collagen. You get the C, the buckhorn fruit extract. This is, like I said, this is probably what I'm most excited about, because I think this is really you feel and see the difference. I know that collagen I've been taking has made a difference. I'm just excited to see how this one will probably be even more amplified. So that is the MetaPWR advantage. And
I like this slide a lot. Emily, I was just talking to Sarah about this one earlier today. I think it does a good job of explaining how different, we call it a collagen plus NMN, this advantage product, but it's really so much more, like based on what Emily just showed us. And then if you were to take all of the ingredients in the advantage and buy them like on Amazon or somewhere else, you would be spending $314. So dōTERRA sells for $84.50, and there's actually a way to get it a little bit cheaper if you add it on to Lifelong Vitality. Eventually, we'll explain that later. So that's amazing.
Awesome. And I think that I'm ready to pass on the next one.
Yeah, Karen, I'm gonna skip some of these slides here because it's just showing you the steps of how to use MetaPWR, but we're actually gonna help you with that when you go ahead and purchase it, because you don't really need to know these little details. It's actually very, very simple. But there's different routines. This is just a sample one, but you're gonna play around with it and find the one that works best for you, and we're gonna guide you with that. So we just wanna wrap up with some of the key takeaways and what we're doing as a team. So I'll let Karen take it back over and go over this and through the end here.
Great. So if you walk away with anything today, just remember nutrition and metabolism are connected. Nutritional deficiencies and metabolic imbalances affect almost everyone in the US, all but 6.8% of us on the metabolic front. And there are safe, effective, and affordable solutions that we can take that only like 2 minutes in the morning, 2 minutes in the evening, that will make a really big difference. Now, all of that said, dōTERRA is not a company that just says, go take this product and you will feel better, because we know products work when we're also supporting ourselves and leading a healthy lifestyle. So, Pam, if you can go to the next one. We are really, really excited to invite all of you who are on the call or listening to a recording to a 30-day challenge. We're going to run it October 23rd until right before Thanksgiving. So we're getting ourselves ready for the holidays. We'll be up-leveling our metabolic health together. So it's more than just taking MetaPWR. We're going to be getting together in a private Facebook group to encourage each other to make a few lifestyle changes. It depends on, it's completely up to you on how much you want to move that needle. We're going to have free meal plans, exercise plans, weekly yoga and meditation, and one-on-one support and guidance. And all of that is free. You buy the MetaPWR product, and then that's just the support that you get from dōTERRA. So here are some screenshots of some of the information we'll be sharing in our Facebook group. Pam, you can skip to the next one. Yep, just wanted to give you like a little bit of a glimpse. Each day we'll be dropping more information along with some text. We'll be encouraging each other. We even have a 30-day tracker so that we can keep up with the supplements, because it's an easy thing to do and it's also easy not to do it. So our tracker will really help us keep on task. And we're just looking forward to a lot of fun and learning a lot together and supporting each other, because it's always easier to make lifestyle changes and improve our health when we're doing it as a group, as a collective. So how to get started. If you are a new or current customer, it's actually going to be the same for you. The MetaPWR kit is $170, I believe, and then Lifelong Vitality is $80. So get them both. You're going to spend $260, and you're going to get everything you need product-wise to do the 30-day challenge. And remember, to go along with it, you're going to get the free meal plans, exercise plans, and yoga and meditation classes, all thanks to the awesome ladies who are the leaders on our team, and how kind of just the love and support we love to give to our customers. So you should be able to, if you're a new customer, reach out to the person who has invited you to learn more about metabolic health, and they'll help you get these products. If you're a current customer, if you already have Lifelong Vitality, just make sure you have 30-day supply and add on the MetaPWR kit. The MetaPWR kit is being sold as a kit this month. Starting on November 1st, you can buy each of the 3 different products separately, but for now they're only available as a kit, and we recommend you get the whole thing because it all works together anyway.
And when you get the whole thing, remember those 4 products are the oil blend in different forms. So I love that you're going to start with the kit, because you're going to be able to try them all and see which ones you like best. Some people love the taste of the MetaPWR oil blend. I'm one of them. I put it in my water all day and drink it. Some people might not love the taste or want to drink it, so they might want to take it in a soft gel, or maybe you're open to using the beadlets, or maybe you're a gum person, and so you're swapping out your gum that you normally use to use the MetaPWR gum. So you're going to be able to try it in all of those ways, learn what you love best. And then in the future, when you want to reorder MetaPWR, you will just get the ones that you find yourself loving the most. So you start with the system in Lifelong Vitality. And I want to close out by telling you a couple other cool things you get when you purchase this bundle. So if you are a new customer, when you get started with this, normally dōTERRA has a $35 enrollment fee unless you get a prepackaged kit. And what that gives you is a 25% discount on everything for a year. And so you will get that waived. You don't have to pay the $35 when you start with the MetaPWR kit, and then you'll add the Lifelong Vitality pack. So that's cool. It saves you some money there. The other cool thing is that we have a promo code to get you a free Citrus Bliss oil to go with this. And this is a beautiful blend. It's very uplifting and joyful, that you can use in a diffuser or just put a drop in your hands, run it through your hair, give yourself a little bit of joy throughout the day. So that you will get free. You will also have the option to get a $21 product credit if you're a new customer too, when you purchase this. So that's pretty cool. Lots of free stuff. And then the other last thing you get for free is adaptive capsules. And this is specifically like a really good mental health blend. If you struggle at all with anxious feelings, this is our best tool that we have for you that's natural. It has GABA in it and a blend of essential oils that help with calming the nervous system. So this is free for new and current customers. If you purchase MetaPWR and Lifelong Vitality, you will automatically get this for free because it's a promo they have for everyone. If you are a current customer, you will also get a free oil, but it won't be Citrus Bliss. You'll get Balance, which is a grounding blend, which is very good for anxious feelings also. And this is if you order it through the monthly loyalty rewards program, which is, if you're new, don't worry, you don't need to understand all this yet. It's totally optional for our wholesale customers. And it's a way that you get deeper discounts and you earn tons of free product credit and free products. And it's optional. You don't need to decide that right now. But current customers, when you order the MetaPWR and Lifelong Vitality on your loyalty rewards order, you will get this for free as long as you order before October 15th, which really is the cutoff date. If you want to join us on October 23rd, anyone new or current, you got to order this before the 15th so that you can have your stuff in time. And then, so current customers, you will also get between $21 and $63 in free product credit on your account when you order these 2 systems together too. So just to recap, you each, new or current, you would get a free oil. Both of you would get the free adaptive capsules and free shipping in between $21 to $63 in free product credit, depending on how long you've been a customer with dōTERRA. We can reach out to your wellness advocate and we can explain that in more detail because that's unique to each person. So.
And the free wholesale account. I don't know if you put that.
Yeah, and free wholesale account. Yeah. And then all the value, like the weekly meditation and yoga classes we're going to be doing and offering, and the healthy meal plans. Like we just want to pour into you and help you with whatever areas you know you'd like to improve on more. We're giving you these tools to help you do that. And we're doing this with you, beside you. So you have that accountability and that one-on-one guidance and support too. So
And I would say too, we have a video of testimonials. So they have been fabulous, like mind-blowing to hear what the pilot and study participants, how they benefited from MetaPWR. So if you haven't seen that video yet, check it out, and then you'll kind of hear from some others of what you might be able to experience within the next month. So we hope to see you in our challenge. Really, really excited to do this as a big group, especially because it's really going to get us set up well for the holidays.
yes. So I don't know about you guys. I'm excited to feel really good before the holidays and then keep up with my habits and just continue to feel really good and not let the holidays be like what they typically are for most people, of making you feel worse when they're over. So we're not going to do that. We're committed to feeling good through the end of the year here. So we want to help you do the same. So reach out to the person who shared this with you or invited you to learn about this and join us, and they can help you get started. Make sure not to forget the promo code. Your wellness advocate should have that, and so that you can get the extra free stuff. And yeah, we're excited.
Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.